Actually, here. Wait, listen. He's trying to tell us something. NIIICOOOO! Oh my god, that's crazy.
Can't believe he got that out. Is that
I,
what his voice sounds
I
like?
don't know. Well, I mean, I could just cut the pod right there. That's about all I have to say.
Yeah, right? That's got to be like the title of it, right?
Yes. Give me your best.
Nico Hulkenberg?
Yeah.
Well, that was Francis's. Now you do
Right.
yours, and then I'll do one.
I can't. I already did
All
it.
No.
We can do it together. Ready?
All right, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Nico Hulkenberg! Yeah,
There we go.
There we go.
We just embarrass ourselves together. That's how we
That's
get
fine.
through.
Yeah, I feel like I have to be louder than what I'm comfortable being right now to
That's
really get it.
That is fair. I mean, nobody can really do it like Danny Rick can. So
No, he's the original.
the OG.
I wonder if he tweeted that out or something like that.
Oh, he better have.
Right, or posted on his story
saw
or something like
that was like, I hope Danny Ricardo is letting out the most gnarly Nico Hulkenberg right at this moment.
Yeah. David Coulthard posted that, we got a Nico podium before we got GTA 6.
DC posted that?
Yeah.
That's crazy work. Where do we begin then? I mean, there, I guess.
Yeah, the boom is clearly just like it's gonna be for both of us. It's gonna be Nico Hulkenberg. I think it's one thing for him to be in a good piece of machinery and him to get a podium, maybe with Audi. What if Audi's like really good at certain tracks next year? And he qualifies in like 6th, and then some of the front runners crash into each other. All right, now he's in 4th. And and he manages a good strategy and puts it in on a podium. But he went from 19th.
Literally 19th.
19th.
Wait, but that was last because I don't think Colapinto actually started.
Right. Did we ever find out what happened to Colapinto?
He DNS'd. He DNS'd.
Did not start.
Yes.
For
I don't know.
Car damage?
Yeah, they were having to like change his setup. He was going to be starting from the pit lane anyway, I believe. Don't quote me on this. And then I think maybe they just weren't able to get it right.
I don't know. It just shows you that like he started 19th.
Yes.
If Colapinto goes out there and runs at 20th, not all is lost. He was able to get a podium from that position on a good day at Silverstone. So if they were thinking, oh, he's 20th, the car's not going to be ready, I don't know the full story.
Yeah, I don't know either. They didn't even talk about it.
Were they trying to like spare the embarrassment of it? But like, look what Nico did from last. So
I mean, but that's Nico.
Yeah, but he's the GOAT. So
yeah.
Yeah. Boom. Nico Hulkenberg. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, finally.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad we were able to see, like, yes, he's got a good chance next year, but it's like the way his career has gone, he's gotten so few like actual real shots at being on a podium, which is why he's raced over 230 times and not been on the podium so far, right? He's always been in like the midfield cars, just like really
not even midfield.
No, it's some like very much back of the pack. Where was he last year?
I think it was his first year at Kick.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Where was he before that?
Was it Renault when he was teammates with Ricardo? And then that Kick team has changed names.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, we have always, like, real sees real, right? We have always, like, been able to tell that Nico is he could be a top talent if he was in a top car. Like, I mean, given he is a veteran of the sport, like, he's raced a lot more than most of the people on the grid right now.
Yeah.
But still, it's like when he is popping off, he's really popping off. Like, when he has a car underneath him, he is like... he's insane.
Wildly consistent.
Yeah.
Fast. Level-headed.
Cool-headed. Yeah, I was about to say.
Believe it or not, I mean, he's not that old. What, he's like 37, 39?
Yeah, probably.
That's not that old,
No.
But back in the day when he was younger, he was actually considered one of those like hot new talents that was like 18, 19 years old. And it's just been for years that it goes to show you that, like, yeah, obviously talent is incredibly important, but what's also important is timing and being in the right
Yeah.
place at the right time, and a lot of that's just luck,
Right,
like
right.
just being on the right team at the right time. It means the world, and he's
Yeah.
just one of those guys where the timing never worked in his
Right,
favor,
right.
and then there's other drivers where the timing has seemingly always worked in their favor.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, but
Yeah.
so he's garnered a lot of fans for his. Even though if you look at the broadcast, you saw nobody wearing kick Sauber gear
No, I mean, we
because
were in
no one.
Silverstone, so, like,
Yeah,
that's really not a great
I
place
have a green
to
hat. But I don't have, obviously, in my closet. It's not a green room
Right,
of kick
right.
gear. It's probably the ugliest looking team on the grid.
Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah, that's what I was trying to confirm. So he has been racing for 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just crazy. He was holding the record before today for the driver who has been driving the longest with no podiums.
Hmm.
So, I don't know, just like the fact that we live in the same timeline, that we have gotten to witness like a true legend
Hmm.
like get his, you know what I mean? It's like I don't
Yeah,
know.
and Lando Norris was like trying to to hype up, like, oh, I won my home race. This is so important to me, and everybody's just like, nobody cares.
Right, right.
Like, it was a Nico Hulkenberg podium. Like,
Yeah.
no one cares about you and your McLaren winning for the fifth time this season.
Yeah. Which does suck because like Lando was like, oh, it's his dream. Like he's always wanted
Yeah,
to win at his home race, of course.
no one will remember that.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, how could you? How could you? It's like, yeah, of course the guy who's in the best car in the sport right now is gonna win the
Won
race.
his home Grand Prix. Like, they're
Like,
literally a minute. The two McLarens are a minute ahead of everybody
yeah,
else. I think it was like 50 seconds.
that's wild.
Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah, I was really glad to see it. Was not expecting that going into the race
Yeah.
this morning, you know. I mean, I love like that's why obviously a wet race is so anxiety provoking. Um
Mhm.
but I love the mixed conditions race just because it does allow for these people that you would never expect to win a race to win a race. And I think that's really cool and really special.
Yeah.
And that we got to witness it
Yeah.
while he's in arguably actually not arguably anymore. It's not the worst car on the
I
grid.
think
We
the
know that
Alpine is the
now.
worst.
Yeah. Alpine is, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What else is there to say about it?
No, I mean, yeah.
Some people were getting onto the McLaren boys for not immediately spraying champagne on Nico
Oh, you saw
Hulkenberg.
that too, or was that just me?
Well, you said it, and then I saw some things about it. But then now that you're reminding me, because I had already forgotten that it was a big deal for Lando too. That like, yeah, of
Yeah.
course they're gonna celebrate that first, the team, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
So
It
I
just
would,
seemed like they didn't really care about him that
yeah,
much. Like, they could have, especially for the embrace that Lando got when his very first win.
yeah.
You remember that kind of embrace? I was expecting that kind of embrace for
Mm,
Nico. Max came over afterwards. Bortoletto ran to him after his DNF. I think I saw Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc in there congratulating him.
yeah.
Maybe the cameras didn't show it. Obviously, Lando and Oscar congratulated him, but
I don't think they did actually. I think you're right.
I think
I think
I
they
would
were
have liked to see more.
I think to be honest, those McLaren boys were so much in their own heads about their own race, they just completely forgot. Like
Yeah,
Lando being in his own head about, finally winning this race, and then Oscar just being like seeing
mad
red,
because of
being
the
fuming, right?
penalty that could care less whether it was Nico's first podium, but
Right. Well, and it's not like they were racing him, right? They probably like you have to think about when they're in these cars, like how much are they actually paying attention to the people that are behind them, especially if they're like over a minute behind
yeah.
them. You know what I mean? There's no way they're gonna know what that race is looking like for another person.
Yeah, but it felt a little awkward, like them celebrating, and then it felt like the world was celebrating
Right,
Nico.
right. Nico,
Everybody but
Nico,
them was
Nico,
embracing Nico
Nico.
in that moment.
I know.
But like they won the race, so
Yeah.
Nico just has to win the race next. So,
Mm-hmm. Oh, wouldn't that be a sight to
yeah,
see?
that's the next.
You were cheering for that for a second there. You were like,
Well, yeah,
Nico Pole, or like a Nico
because
win.
he's third. So if the McLarens take themselves out, which they almost have done,
Yeah, true.
he wins. So, no, they weren't fighting.
He would have thanked the racing gods for papaya rules at that
Mhm.
moment, if that had played out that way. But no, I just feel like I'm glad to see, like, especially with next year, if Audi is a good car, people are all of a sudden gonna be like, oh yeah, like on the Nico train, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I'm glad to see that he like gets a chance to prove like, no, it's me, it's not the car. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I feel like very
Yeah.
few drivers get that chance to like really prove it's like, no, I'm the skilled one. It's not the car that's carrying me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not like we can really say that for certain about a Lando or an Oscar because we haven't seen them in Bad Machinery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know what else there is to say about it.
Yeah. No, not much. What else
Except
happened
for
in the
the
race?
Oscar penalty.
Busts. Oh yeah, the Oscar penalty. We can get.
Thoughts on that?
I do think it's a penalty. I haven't seen the data, right? I don't
Yeah.
know whether he, you know, you can if you watched it and you were listening to it, you revved down like super hard, go
I missed it. I was in the
into the
bathroom.
break.
It's like that meme where it's like when you start to hear
And when Verstappen spun out, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like I mean it was an exciting race all around, but it's like there's memes that are like when you're in the bathroom and all of a sudden you hear Crofty
Yeah,
like,
go
oh my god, and
through
then you're like
the through goes Hamilton is the
yeah,
meme.
yeah, yeah. And through goes Hamilton.
And it's like
That's the moment that
like a
happened to me
duck
today.
like coming back, right?
Yes, yeah.
With the
Yeah, there's so many different formats of it. But that was
Oh,
me
okay.
today where I was like, "No!" I was in the bathroom when that
Mm.
happened, so I did miss that. So
Yeah.
you would be able to like tell me a little bit more than I know.
I just think it probably should have been a penalty. 10 seconds is harsh,
Yeah.
but I also think Georgia should have been a penalty. And Max is just so good at exaggerating your mistakes by like, you know, not stopping and going side by side with Oscar there.
To be fair, but it bunched up with Lando too. At one point, they were almost all like three side by side. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like Max is so good at those restarts that that George and now Oscar are trying to get clever with them
Mm-hmm.
the way that and good with them the way Max is good with them,
Yeah.
but they're just not. Like
No.
they don't maybe they just don't have the restart experience that Max has. Max has, almost
Probably more than than
all of
anybody
last season. He won
for
all but
sure.
one race. He was not that season, but
Yeah.
the season before where it was just constantly anytime there was a red flag or a safety car was Max practicing his restarts
Right.
basically.
Right.
So he had a whole season of restart practice and
Yeah.
they're just not as good at it. And he just makes it look even worse whenever you brake check. So
Right. I understand Oscar's frustration that the double standard. I mean, like I was saying, if I put my tinfoil hat on, right, like the British bias of it all, of it being a Silverstone race, say if Oscar hadn't done that,
mhm,
he would have won, and a British person would not have won
yeah.
potentially. The
Yeah.
the Silverstone GP, and then obviously George Russell's a British guy,
Yeah.
which I don't know why like the FIA would be in the pockets of British media, but
I think they even talked about it on like Coulthard and everyone. They talked about it how like these are, they have these rule books in which they
mhm,
try to stick to, but at the end of the day, it is a human decision,
right.
and bias does slip in.
And they did
Um,
make the decision quite quickly for something like that
yeah,
harsh of a penalty. Like you would I don't know.
it
Like
could
you're
have it could have been a see the stewards after the race is what I thought it was going to be,
yeah,
just to like see the
right,
stewards.
right.
Um,
Especially because that's like how George's was.
don't do this,
Right,
and they was going to get a slap on the wrist.
right. I mean, it
But
did look looked a bit more dramatic than George's
it
did, I would
changes the
say.
yeah, yeah, it was. I think maybe the conditions didn't help either.
Fair,
Like the
fair.
wet conditions, so they don't want you dramatically changing speed. So the context of that
That's true. That is
was
something to
just,
consider.
that they weren't really playing around with these wet conditions.
So Oscar's story, apparently, I think I was hearing him say this in the cool down room or somewhere, was that the timing was just really bad for him. So he didn't know the safety. This is his story.
The safety car
He
lights.
didn't, and so when he's behind the safety car, he's saying he's braking frequently. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can brake behind the safety car, that's not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's doing that from time to time to keep the brakes warm, I
Mm-hmm.
think is the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he was saying was that he just happened to do that at the exact same time that the safety car was called in.
Yeah.
And so I don't think he had maybe even started to, I don't know. I haven't seen the data, but like if he was accelerating, like as if the safety car was there and then just deciding to fall back, but Max thought that it was go.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting like a little trigger happy
Yeah.
about going when he sees Oscar go.
Yeah.
That Oscar was just saying that
I
it
think
was
that
just
is
really
an
bad
excuse.
timing.
I think they're trying to do what Max does: is back up the pack,
Yeah.
like a slinky,
Yeah.
slinky.
Slinky?
Yes, you know where you compress it and then he's off, and that's what he was, I think, trying to do: is just back up everybody, slow him down, and
Yeah.
then you're go.
I don't know.
But he did his backup
Yeah.
too aggressively.
Show me the data.
Yeah, this is a decision that I would be disappointed if the FIA later this week don't release the data where they said, like, here's where he accelerated and then broke.
They probably won't. Have they ever done that before? They're just like, our word goes.
I mean,
so
they'd have
our
to
word
at
is
least
law.
McLaren has the data too, so
Yeah.
they're not going to release it.
True.
But,
well, and they could dispute it though if they really saw that it was like.
right. No, I think they've definitely have shown their homework in the past of like, here's why we made that decision.
Right. All right.
Because
So I guess
they
we'll
have
see.
anything that driver is doing in the cockpit, they have data on any button you're pressing, any
Right.
shift, or the brake, gas, anything. They know what you've done.
Yeah.
Okay, so busts though. What are you reading?
Well, no, I was just Piastri's reaction. He thinks it still was
harsh.
Yerp. Yeah, I said he added, apparently you can't brake behind the safety car anymore. I did it for 5 laps before that, and again, I'm not going to say too much because I'll get myself in trouble. Yeah, he kept saying that. Did he get himself in trouble? I was gonna see if there was any updates, but nothing that I can see. My bust would probably be the Racing Bulls.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine. I'll choose a different one.
What happened to them?
Crashing.
Right.
Into the back of, was it Antonelli? Was Hadjar in the spray? Couldn't see him.
Yes. Oh, that looked bad.
And then Lawson, I forget his, but he sent it into a wall where he couldn't keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, disappointing race for them. Double DNF. I'm gonna start sounding like a Colapinto hater, but I haven't seen anything, and yeah, it was just a really bad weekend for him when he's not even on the track.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if that's his fault though, but I mean, I guess he did.
He crashed the car, so like in Q1. So like, well, no, I should give it to someone who actually like raced.
Yeah, that's a cop out.
Right. And I don't want the Argentinians to come after me.
Oh my god.
We love Colapinto.
Oh my god, in this house we stand Colapinto.
Yeah, right. Let me think. Ooh. I'll go Fernando Alonso.
What?
Fernando Alonso's strategist.
Okay.
He gave it to him during the team radio, saying like, "Why do you always get this wrong with me?" And yeah, I think that's now, like, Coulthard on the broadcast said, that's probably something you save for the team radio.
I would argue
later.
Leclerc's strategist.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you were a bad strategist, you got exposed today.
Yeah,
because
Leclerc started in 6th.
Yeah.
Ended at 14th. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's
he said
bad.
It was one of the roughest races of his career.
Yeah. He's been, I don't know if you've been hearing him on the radio recently. He's been really mean to himself. He's been saying that he's shit, like, over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That makes me sad, because I don't think it's Leclerc.
They're so dramatic.
Well, okay. Be nice. I think he really thought this was gonna be the year for him
Yeah.
to win World Drivers.
Yeah.
Or Constructors, at least, and they're not even in the convo, so...
Yeah, I know, it's rough. But, what's the championship picture looking like? So...
Yeah, let's see. Maybe. Hello? I don't know how to navigate the new F1 update.
Can I try?
Here, no, wait, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Thank you.
Maybe not. Actually, I just went to Australia. Hold, please. You need to stall.
Yeah, look at Francis.
Oh, wow. Good job. Oh my god, that's cute. Okay, wait. I got it. So Piastri's got 234 points, and Lando has got 226.
Nice.
And then it's Verstappen with 165.
Wait, so it's
10 points.
10 points.
Less than 10 points. 8.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That means if Lando wins another race,
and Oscar gets
even if Oscar gets second, they'll only be 1 point away, I think, at that point, right?
Yeah, I think it's a 7-point difference.
I think so too.
It's 25, and then you get 18 for second place.
Wild.
Yeah. So yeah, it's ridiculously close, and I hope it continues like this until the last race.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Would you like an update on, the thing that this podcast is supposed to be about?
Yeah, fantasy. I know I'm trying to avoid it because of how bad I'm doing. Right, I had both the Racing Bulls, and I might even have Colapinto.
Yeah, I will say you did not fare so well.
Yeah.
You got 6th this week.
And then Fernando Alonso as well.
But I don't think you want to see how many negative points you ended up getting.
Oh, Gabriel Bortoleto. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my entire bottom row of drivers got me all negatives.
Lawson, Hajar, Bortoleto. All negative. Yeah. Pretty bad. I mean, you still got 128 points total, which is not terrible.
I do have the race winner with my DRS boost.
True.
Oscar Piastri.
That saved you.
No, Lando Norris.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then how'd you do?
This week, like my namesake, the team, I want to see P3, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I got P3. Yeah, I got 3rd. I also had Bortoleto and Hajar, so I got negative 40 for those two, but I had Piastri, Leclerc, Alonso, McLaren, Sauber. Do you want to know, the All Right guys are our winner of this week, and do you want to know why?
Why? Do they have Nico?
Because Nico Hülkenberg scored a total of 48 points.
Wow.
Yes, they do have Hülkenberg.
Wow.
So that was the difference maker. 48 points on Nico Hülkenberg.
You would have gotten...
Just to put that into perspective, Oscar Piastri scored
second place,
38 points.
Right. Well, because I was saying you get all the overtake bonuses.
Right. Hülkenberg 48 points, Oscar Piastri 38.
Yeah.
Hülkenberg scored more points than the person in second place.
Yeah.
Insane. And our second place person, I don't know, I watched a few YouTube videos, also had Hülkenberg this week, and Very that nice. Was the difference maker.
Yeah.
So, just lucky. Not really like you could have planned for that one.
True.
No offense, but I'm just saying, like, good. I can't like compliment the strategy because like
give them credit where credit's due.
It is. It's. I mean, the fact that they believed in the Hulken goat like they did,
Hulken goat,
is that's enough.
Yeah.
We were also talking about, I forgot to mention, with Colapinto, the prospect of potentially Valtteri Bottas coming back in and replacing him, though he would have to take, I think, a grid penalty on his first his first race back, but I know that's in the talks right now. And then the thing that's really been in the talks right now is the Max to Mercedes BS.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about that.
No,
because
we talked about it individually, but
I don't know if there's much to say other than like Mercedes has acknowledged pretty much that there are talks going on, and Max's camp has not denied them. So like, there's talks going on. It will shake everything up, it might be the craziest silly season of all if Max leaves.
I mean, my theory was that he was gonna retire.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No.
But
I don't think he's gonna retire not winning World Drivers' Championship that year. We'll see. But no, the thing we were really talking about is who's his teammate gonna be? Who are they replacing at
oh yeah, I think
Mercedes?
it's insane to replace George Russell
Yeah.
with how good he is.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the sunk cost fallacy because of how much they think they've invested into Antonelli,
Right.
and
And
that
his career.
and that it's just getting started.
Right.
And they would hope that Antonelli evolves into some driver that is at George Russell's level.
Mhm.
But why would you try to replace
Someone who's already
someone
successful.
right who's already at that level?
Right. I think
You've got a known quantity
right.
that is George Russell,
Who's
and
currently 4th in the Drivers' Championship, by
yeah,
the way.
and whenever they say, "Oh, but Antonelli's shown promise," you know, like okay,
You're
so and
betting on a lot
they
there.
mentioned the sprint pole and the one podium, and that is that is true. He's gotten those, but he is 12 for 12 on finishing behind Russell this season.
Which is not unexpected. Like, he's a rookie. He's coming into this for the first time.
So what promise is there? He's not beaten Russell once.
Yeah.
The entire season.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Replacing him. Replacing George Russell. Like, I'm not even a big Russell fan, but
no.
I think it's ridiculous that there's even conversations about Russell getting replaced. But that's Formula One. So.
I mean, people were saying, like, Carlos Sainz was doing well at Ferrari. That doesn't mean you keep the seat.
Well, yeah.
Because the thing I was thinking about is a Max and Russell teammateship would be insane. Because I don't, one of them would have to be the number one driver.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't think either of them would be okay being the second driver to the other one.
And that's why they would get rid of Russell.
Right.
Is to have a clear number one.
Right. When, like, that pairing would be insane. I mean, I know they historically don't really get along too well, but, like, can you imagine a Russell and Verstappen team? They would probably win constructors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I don't know, it's just like at points like that, you wonder if the McLaren, like, not having a first driver is actually the move. I mean, I know, like, it can get really tricky, but
yeah. I mean, it worked for Red Bull for a time to have a clear number one.
Sure, but it's not working anymore.
And it worked for Mercedes
Definitely
too.
not the meta anymore.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, but that
But Max is not going to change teams unless he knows he's going to be number one, like the number one driver on a team. Because why would he go from being in the number one seat to the number two? You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to stand for that. He's going to say, I have championships. Russell does not,
Yeah.
Or they might not even agree to be on a team together. I don't know.
Yeah.
Think about how much that would deepen that rivalry, though.
We'll see how it plays out.
Spicy, but I mean, that was my thing, is that, like, neither of them will stand with being number two, so they're just gonna say, okay, let's just have, like, a kind of subpar team then, I guess. I don't know. Not subpar. I don't know. That's not the right word for it. But
yeah, they're trying to, like, thread the needle of having a driver who's good enough to also win constructors, but not good enough to get into Max's business.
Right. Well, because they also don't want two guys they've both been there, I think, around the same amount of time. They're both probably gonna potentially retire around the same time. I wonder if that's part of it too, is that they're, like, always want a younger person on the team to, like, carry the torch.
A clear number two.
Well, and to carry the torch, right? Yeah. So that if, like, let's say George and Max want to retire at the same time, then they have nobody else to kind of help someone else step into that role, right? Whereas, like, say George down the line retires, Kimi has now been there. He's a veteran, and he can help someone else up, into that spot. But
yeah. Where are we at next week?
Oh gosh, well, we're not anywhere next week, I believe. We have a bit of a break, actually. I could be wrong. No, I'm not. So it's the Belgian Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. Not 2 weeks, like 3 weeks. It's the 25th.
So we get 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 weeks off. I think it's like a little bit of a summer break situation. I don't know. We only get 2 races in July and 2 races in August. So it's kind of far in
bit of a spread out, yeah.
Yeah. So But it will be the Belgian Grand Prix next, which I forgot to look into, so I don't really know anything about. Do you know anything about the Belgian GP, babe?
Can be wet.
Okay, so another a fun one.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see real quick. Let's just
like fun facts about.
Yeah, let's get a little. Oh, I'm so stupid. It's Spa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love Spa. This is maybe one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I believe it's like very much like roller coaster vibes.
The elevation change on this is absurd.
Yeah. Historically one of the more dangerous tracks, I believe. Because of that. But what's the circuit like? I feel like they say this every time. It's one of the most loved tracks by the drivers. Yeah, usually like mixed conditions. I feel like it's always raining there, like almost always. Mix of long straights, challenging high speed corners. So they're really like pushing things to the edge. If it's dry, but usually it's not. Usually it's mixed conditions. Ooh, keep an eye on the thrilling Rouge. I don't know if that's how you say that. Arguably the most famous sequence of corners in the world, as the drivers flick left, right, and then up the hill through Rydillan. Nailed it. So I love Spa. Spa is usually fun. Spa usually, I think, shakes things up quite a bit.
And I'm pretty sure it's a very long circuit, so there's not a ton of laps. I don't think they do.
I believe you are correct. Yes, there's only 44 laps.
44 laps. And there's other races on the circuit we get into like the 70s.
Do you want to know who holds the fastest lap time at this track?
I'm going to go Lewis Hamilton 2018 or something like that.
Checo 2024.
I would not have picked that. 2024 Checo. Was that when he was just a back runner and just trying to get fastest lap? So then he also got like
probably. That would be my guess. I was trying to see who won there last year. 2024 winner. Okay. Oh, do you remember this? Lewis Hamilton ended up winning, but it was George actually won on track, but then got DQ'd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Due to a technical infringement. And then
on
it
the
was
plank?
I believe so. Oscar Piastri and Charles Leclerc.
Nice.
So that should be exciting.
Cool.
But probably won't be speaking until then. I mean, we will, but just like not on the pod. Maybe we'll do a fun episode. We haven't done a fun episode in a while, but I will say I'm going on a bachelorette trip soon. So probably not that weekend, but we will see.
Is that when Belgium is?
No.
Oh, it's not 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay. So don't worry.
All right.
I made sure to plan around the F1 calendar.
Of course you did.
All right.
Smooth as fast, fast as smooth.
NIIICOOOO! Box.